Hello guys, I hope everyone is doing super well. We are back with another episode on Added Time. The final of the World Cup. Yeah, the finale. Yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. Straight into Spain versus France. What are you saying? Yeah, how did you find the game? How did you find the game?
I was happy with it, to be honest. Obviously, because Spain have gone through. Yeah. Obviously, before a ball is kicked in the game, you're nervous just by looking at the names that France have got. Yes. Obviously, we've spoken about all these players throughout the whole World Cup. And I mean, yeah, when they've got so many superstars and Spain don't necessarily have one or two, you know what I mean? You look at it on paper and you're like, oh, it's going to be a toughie, but the game's not played on paper. You know what I mean? It's played in real time, in real life, on the field. And yeah, I thought, obviously they've won, but I genuinely thought Spain were the better team in the game. You know, I think it was one of those, a battle of a star team versus a team of stars. And the star team came out on top. You know what I mean?
I think that's a good point. Yeah. Again, like we've said how many times, it shows when you have a squad of players that are going to work for each other and work and go after that topic. It feels like it works better. You know what I mean? Like I take you back to Real Madrid and the Galacticos or whatever, and having such star players in a team, and things felt like it just didn't work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got an interesting thing. But yeah, Spain again in this World Cup have been rocking for real. They knocked out two big teams, two teams that probably could have been in the final as well. You know what I mean? Obviously, France now knocking them out, and Portugal playing them a little bit earlier in the rounds as well. They've only conceded one goal throughout the whole World Cup. And again, it showed in that game. In that game, it showed again how many times they catch France offside. How many times when I see one can drag them out of things by claiming the ball in the box, or just being, they just felt, for France being such an attacking team at the World Cup, it just felt like they couldn't connect play. They couldn't be France how France were throughout the World Cup. It just felt like they couldn't do that. What do you think are some of those things that Spain did really well that caused France to not play as swiftly, as smoothly, as beautifully as they've been playing throughout the World Cup?
For one, like you're saying, that the defensive unit, again, I don't know if you'll remember, I think it was the previous episode where I was speaking about England's back four.
Yeah.
It just feels like four good players, whereas the Spanish back four feels like a unit. You know what I mean? They're all working in tandem, working together. And then they've got Unai Simon at the back who's sort of sweeping stuff up as well. Yes, they play with a high line, very aggressive press and stuff, but their keeper's also not staying on his, there's not glue on his line, not staying there. Yeah, he did, especially in that game, he did so well, I thought, George.
Twice against Zimbabwe when he got to the ball first.
Yeah, and you're like, well done.
Yeah.
So it's that. Every time France are trying to get in behind them, I think there was 3 or 4 times where they try to play a ball into Mbappe and you just look at the line, that Spanish line, all of them are up together in a line sort of thing, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're going to penetrate or break through us here, it's got to be perfect run timing, the perfect timing of the pass, the weight of the pass, because Unai Simon's he's coming to kick it away or sweep it up as well. So it was one of those, I thought. And then there's the element of, they'll pass you to death, the Spanish.
And that's what they did as well, I thought. But also, I think, in terms of the defense, I think Alex Baena, really, really grafted so hard in that game as well. In terms of defensively as well, I think. Because Elise sort of picks up positions on the right-hand side a lot of the time, close to, because him and Dembele are sort of switching in that side of the game the whole time, But a lot of the time, Elise comes to that right-hand side to try and pick up the ball and try and maybe overload or do his thing from that side of the field. It just feels more natural for him, I guess. But Alex Baena, I'm thinking of moments on the game, how many times Baena comes back and he's the one pinching the ball away. He's the one causing him to take a heavy touch to get tackled by someone else or whatever, you know what I mean? I just think, as much as that back four is doing back five is doing such a good job, I think that whole unit, the whole team, everyone's defending hard. Even Mikel Oyarzabal was dropping in so deep to try and win the ball back for Spain and that type of thing in the game as well. I thought, just Spain's defense, it shows why they've only conceded 1 goal in the whole World Cup, you know what I mean? I thought they were really, really on it in that game, you know what I mean? Josh, talk to us about France. What did you say about France? How did you feel about their performance in that game?
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Like I said to you, I think it was last week. I thought the only way Spain would win that game is if France had a bad game and Spain had a good game. But if they both had a good game, I thought
France probably stand on
France
top, yeah.
would stand on top. But then I also think one thing I was confused about is Tchouaméni starting,
Okay.
especially when
Cody's
Cody
had so good, bro.
has had such a good tournament. But yeah, I think individually it just wasn't clicking for France. Olise wasn't great.
Yeah, it was-
Dembele wasn't great. Mbappe was trying, but wasn't getting the ball a lot. Barcola was trying, and then defensively, France just looked like shambles compared to when you were saying their defense
It's also really,
very locked on. Their centre backs very good this tournament. I mean, Saliba came off injured. Surprised with Lacroix coming on instead of Konate.
back in age.
I was surprised, bro, because I mean, I thought Konate would probably be like
Third choice type of thing, huh?
even going into the World Cup. I thought he might be able to start.
Okay.
Okay.
Like
Before, yeah.
just and to now come and go. Hey, you didn't even play nothing. You played 20 minutes against Norway, 10 minutes against Norway. That was your World Cup minutes. Hi. But I also want to speak in terms of how you're saying Spain's high line.
Yeah.
When they were dropping deep, that block that
Bro.
was also
It's very good.
excellent. That block, when they're all in the box, I don't know, you can say low block, sure, in certain moments,
For moments, yeah.
was great. They weren't allowing the ball in the box, they weren't allowing crosses, they weren't allowing anything. And I think they did well.
Yeah, it felt like whatever France were trying to do, Spain were like in their face every single time. Like you're saying now, couldn't allow crosses, couldn't allow shots, they couldn't try and connect play to try and get into the box.
They had a plan
Like
for
Spain were on it, like they were just defensively on it.
And they definitely used that midfield of France to their advantage. I mean, you're playing against that Spanish midfield. It's never.
And just speaking about lineups, Josh, you brought up lineups and stuff. When I looked at them, before the game comes out, as soon as they came out, I was a little bit surprised. Again, that from the Spanish point of view, that Pedri's not starting. I was like, okay.
Yeah, same.
Although it worked out, obviously, Fabian. I think De La Fuentes was going for a little bit of physicality because he would have thought France would be in their face a little bit. So I can't fault him. That worked out perfectly. And then so the Tchouaméni, as soon as I saw that, I was like, ooh, Tchouaméni. Although I liked it before a ball was kicked, I was like, ooh, okay, Tchouaméni, here's your chance now, the big game, have a go. You know what I mean? That didn't necessarily work out. The Tchouaméni one, even Rabiot was a little bit slow. He was late to everything in the game.
So he got into the game after his yellow card.
Yeah.
After his yellow card, I reckon it was good, but then you can't keep him on.
It makes it difficult.
Which is why they made the change of Kone on, I guess.
And then Luca Digne starting instead of
I don't understand how Hernandez hasn't started.
I know.
Because when he came on, he was so much better.
Oh my
When he came on, he
goodness.
was so much better.
Yeah.
And Digne had a horrible game, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
just
did.
like, even if I'm cancelling out that penalty,
Yeah.
this game was horrible.
Ish.
Like,
Yeah, he wasn't.
take out that pen. There's times when he's passing the ball, straight passes into your ball. It's like, bro, it's hard to be doing this.
It's so funny because he had the previous 2 games, he played so well in those games as well. So it was like,
so it's like
so maybe that's why
it was
that's why-
vindication.
but maybe that's why Deschamps is deciding, okay, let me give him a game again. Do you know what I mean? Instead of going with Hernandez and that type of thing. But I just felt that when Hernandez came on,
He showed levels.
the difference of quality of player, like it's just
I saw a meme on Insta of someone talking about Luca Digne's reaction after going into halftime now that and realizing PSG has no longer.
Oh my gosh! Let's pull up
I was like, yo, okay.
Gents, quickly, question in this game: are we saying that's a penalty? That Luca Digne commits on Lamine Yamal.
It's a penalty, but it's a foul. But
You're saying it's a foul on Lamine?
I mean, it is a foul. But then there's obviously that handball thing.
Yes.
Where if it leads to a goal, if it isn't given as a penalty and it leads to a goal, they're probably ruling it out. The goal. Just because it hits the hand. I mean, we've seen countless times where players' arms have been right here, it's here, and it still gets disallowed. I mean, how many times in the Prem this season alone?
Jeez.
I can remember McAllister scoring a goal, someone like similar where it just hit here. Havertz scored a goal against Liverpool like that, where it's almost like right here, hit here. If it leads to a goal, you're cancelling it. So then, aren't you cancelling it if it leads to a penalty, which can also lead to a win?
That's my thing. Obviously, I'm a fan of the team that benefited from that.
Yeah.
But I still do think it's the wrong decision. You know what I mean? That handball comes before the foul, in my opinion. For me, it's definitely a handball because if he scores with that part, the part that it's hitting with, they're not going to give the goal.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely a handball.
Yeah.
Therefore, it should be a free kick against Spain. Yeah, for France. So yeah,
the game in a different way, to be honest.
I'm not complaining. Very good penalty by Mikel Oyarzabal. And then from there, it was sort of try and deal with it, France. You know. Especially now that Spain, you genuinely have something to protect now. You've got
The lead.
a tangible 1-0 lead, you know what I mean? It's sort of, okay, now come fetch it, France. And then that's where we just pick you off. Keep the ball.
France just started trying to bench it like 10 minutes ago, bro.
Yeah.
That's when I realized this is the France team I've been waiting to see the whole game.
Yeah.
Where they just, shots are coming. I don't know, that last 10 minutes seemed like, had they played like that the whole game, there would have been a lot better chance.
Do you think so? I don't think so. Just because they wouldn't have been able to keep that intensity up for the full 90. I don't think, for one. Also, Spain is looking for a team that's coming to fetch you, that's coming to sort of press you and be on you. Spain's like, oh, that's what he wants. They're looking their looks at that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, then we'll pass it around you and go score in behind you.
So,
they have kept up that intensity. Morocco for one, Sweden for one, Paraguay one, another one. They have kept up that intensity, but I didn't see any intensity in that game from France until that last 10 minutes, which was disappointing from a viewing standpoint. Spain's football great. I mean, I think people who don't watch football, and like a lot of people who are watching the World Cup now, probably found it like boring, right? But like, if you watch football,
us football nerds love that stuff.
Like, that's how football should be played. Everything, you know, that's how it feels. Yeah.
France's football, I reckon, has been entertaining the whole tournament.
Yes,
but last game,
not so much. Yeah. But again, that's as much as we were saying, like you were saying earlier, how France needed to be, or France weren't at their best and Spain were at like a very good level or whatever. That difference, do you think that difference is caused because of how good Spain were? Like in terms of how good they were defensively. And Spain and France's thing is their attack, is how fast they can attack and how beautiful they can play to get to a goal and that type of thing, you know? Do you think France didn't look as good because Spain were that good defensively and that good overall in the game?
I think you could be both. Actually, because like if you look, if I'm just going to pinpoint individually, Elise and Dembele, straight passes quite often.
Losing it quite a bit.
Losing possession quite often. And if you look at their quality, they shouldn't be having straight passes. They shouldn't be losing the ball in simple situations. So that's where I go, it was more France bad rather than Spain too good. But then if you go to how Spain were playing football, I mean, they were playing it off the park.
But even without the ball, if we just looking at Spain off the ball, you've got to give kudos to Rodri, who was immense off the ball, and Fabian again. They were brilliant off the ball. The amount of interceptions from those two in the midfield, and then Mikel Oyarzabal up there when they are pressing Spain, it's like he's making them French guys play quickly. You know what I mean? And if you're not necessarily comfortable, if he's forcing you to make a pass super quickly, it's not necessarily you're not dictating what's happening or where it's meant to go. He's sort of showing them one side, play there, you have to play quickly. You know what I mean? So it's one of those.
Because if you're looking at off the ball, they can pinpoint Spain's second goal, where Doué is not following his man, and Lacroix is like, no, I think he's tracked Oyarzabal, not knowing who's Pedro made that run, and that's where I think Spain also did well because defensively and off the ball they were switched on 100% of the game. 100% of the game.
It's those little details that will kill it at this level. It's the little things. I also just want to speak on Spain a little bit more. Just you think how well they've done ever since De La Fuentes has come in. Yes, I don't think that's by coincidence. I don't think that's by chance. I think if you look at this Spanish FA, they've sort of had this plan for a while. De La Fuentes comes in, who has been coaching the younger age groups throughout, and then he's brought.
But also a lot of this team is
exactly
he was coaching anyway.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So he's got a heavy core, of players that
He's worked with.
You know what I mean? That's why a lot of the time when the Spanish squads do come out for these big tournaments, people are like, yo, okay, I'm surprised that X player is in or whatever is in. And then it's like, no. De La Fuentes knows this guy since he was about 18 years old. You know what I mean? And that's why he's gonna
how to get it out of him, all of that.
that's exactly why he's gonna carry on using him.
That's why I trust him. I guess.
Exactly.
And I mean,
look at how far they're going in
every single competition. Exactly. Every single one. It's
Korea had a great game.
Yeah, Cuckoo. But every time there's a Spanish shirt, I'm just like, wow, this guy is one of the best left backs in the world.
I hear why they're signing him.
Yeah, he hears, yeah. He was so good. He was so good. In this game, Jens, who we saying is, or was, man of the match? Or, yeah, who we saying was man of the match in that game? Roger for you.
I also think Roger. I was also thinking, it's a toss-up between Roger and Oyarzabal for me. But for me, Roger just pips it a little bit more. He was, I don't know, yes, Oyarzabal gets the goal, but it felt to me like Roger was a little bit more influential than what Oyarzabal did in that game, for me. What are you saying? You haven't given an answer.
I'm going with Oyarzabal.
Oyarzabal.
Yeah, I think Oyarzabal was really, really good.
Could have been anyone, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it is between the two of them. It is between Roger and Oyarzabal, but I think it just goes to Oyarzabal a little bit more. Just for a striker to have scored your goal, and just the way he links up play with the rest of the team, I think it's so vital to how they are doing
times he's with the centre backs. You need to be a striker, man. Why are you with the centre backs?
He's trying to get the ball. It's so beautiful to see, man. The striker that can do it all. Yeah. You know, it's just such a beautiful sight to see. Yeah. But yeah, if we can move on to the next game now, we're going on to England versus Argentina.
Wait. Why the ginseng ish?
Nobody likes Argentina. It's not like a case of I don't like Messi. That's not the case. I just don't like
Argentina. I hear that.
Say, I'm
like
saying
if I could say, okay, let's let Messi win the World Cup. Sure, let's let Argentina win the World Cup. Hell no,
bro. No way,
that's the case. Like I was saying to someone else the other week. I just want to see those players cry, bro.
You said it to me. I'm pretty sure.
I got a message like that
They
yesterday.
seem like such assholes, bro. Like to play against, and like even just there was against Egypt where I remember I think they scored the winner. And then Romero went to go pump fists in front of Salah's face. Yeah. And I was like,
all those type of guys. Yeah.
I was like, this is just nonsense, bro. Like, you guys deserve to lose. Like, come just fight you or something.
Just to add on to your point of them being such assholes or whatever, man, I thought England did extremely well, especially in that first half, of matching them in terms of intensity, in terms of physicality, in terms of being an arsehole yourself as well. You know, look at Jude Bellingham, especially before that hydration break. He was like, I'm gonna be in your face. You know, even Harry Kane's coming in with touch, bro. That match felt to me, I don't know, it felt like matches I was watching in 2008, 2009. It was like, it was physical. The ref wasn't bringing out his yellow card. He was like, I'll let you guys kick lumps out of each other and. It's like, that's what a semi-final's supposed to be, but we're fighting for every single inch.
Yeah. The final.
I loved it, bro.
Games like that.
Hey?
I was too young to watch
That's crazy. But yeah, just if we're going to speak about England, I think, they've done very well in the tournament.
Yes.
First time that being coached by Thomas Tuchel, obviously, this is their first tournament with him and that type of thing. They've done really well. You know, got to semi-final, which is all the same place. Gareth Southgate always got England and that type of thing as well, right? But again, I think playing against underdog teams isn't an easy thing. Like, especially they played against Mexico, and that game was crazy. And me and P were saying, we think Mexico are actually going to win that game, you know what I mean? Then again, they played against Norway. I think Ninja as well said...
Norway should have won that game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But I was saying Norway's going to win that game. Yeah, you were saying the same thing, you know what I mean? So England have done well to at least get to the semi-final. I guess it's their first... it's not their first big test. I guess those teams are still tests, I say. But they go now play against a team that's arguably in the chance to win the World Cup as well. And they go 1-0 up, and then they park the bus the rest of the game. Like, isn't that what Southgate was doing anyway when he was there the whole time?
That's literally what I was about to say.
That's why they brought him in also to try and like get
to get away from that, you know.
And then just went straight back to default.
Bro. Just to add on the point of Tuchel and the Southgate thing there. Yes, it did feel a lot like Gareth Southgate settings again once they've gone 1-0 up and stuff. And that's where, again, like you were saying, that's what they've hired you for. Do you know what I mean? But I still got an element of understanding where he's coming from. It felt a little bit too early to start parking the bus, but when he's starting to sort of bring the changes on, those defensive changes, when he started doing that, I was like, okay, I hear that you're trying to hold out, although it's very dangerous when it's only 1-0. Do you know what I mean? I thought he should have kept at least one of the other attackers on with Kane, because Kane was the only out ball now, once they were all sitting so deep. And if Kane's your only out ball, you're not going to get out, because Kane's looking to bring it down and find someone in behind. Do you know what I mean? So I thought maybe we should have kept on a Gordon for a little bit longer with him. Or brought on a Rashford and had a Kane, Gordon and Rashford going, and then had the rest of them being very defensive.
So you're saying that concert for Anthony Gordon just came way too early.
Mm-hmm.
Like
did feel
from what? I think that was like 68 or something like that. It's too early to go to a 5-back, especially against a team like Argentina. Against Cape Verde, 90th minute. Against Egypt, 90th minute.
And also, as the coach, when you make those subs, you are telling your team what
the mindset should be.
The mindset, what you want the rest of the game to look like. Bringing on Kwanzaa for Gordon, it's telling him that, okay, guys, we're trying to sit now. You know what I mean? Then naturally they're going to sit on the edge of the... Yeah, he's born on Burn, he's born on O'Reilly. And now it's when Argentina are bombarding them with crosses, and they still win stuff with the crosses. James, what's going on?
Edge of the box. There was the first goal by Enzo Fernandez. I'm like, guys, you can't just sit in the box, bro.
Someone's got to go through pressure.
Someone's got to do.
But it's funny, and with that goal,
it should have been Anderson.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is,
double up.
I was about to say that. I was about to say it's Messi. So in his head, it's just like, oh, I'm going to try and stop this guy, because if he can't make a pass to someone or that type of thing, then obviously they're not going to be able to have like a clear cut chance, I guess, you know. So Anderson obviously comes across to double up on Messi. Messi being Messi and being the player that he is, finds Enzo Fernandez obviously at the edge of the box and puts it away. You know, it's just pure.
But yeah, it tells a story though. The thing of you guys not going and putting pressure on the ball, because even the chance to get that corner, it's Enzo Fernandez having a long shot again, and then Pickett's put it over. It's begs the question again: why is no one putting pressure on the ball early enough, like earlier, for Enzo not to have that shot? Do you know what I mean? Everyone's camped on the edge.
And then you have so many defenders on the pitch, and in the box, you're still atrocious.
They were horrid.
Because you put on Dan Burn.
They were horrid.
And now you've got basically a back 5, almost a back 6.
Yeah.
And you're still conceding headers in the box. There was one, McAllister.
Who was the one before? Just Nico Gonzalez.
Gonzalez had 2 chances. He had one where Pickett saved. He had one where he hit it across the goal and it's gone just out.
Then there was Martinez.
Goal.
And then I think as soon as he conceded that second goal, those subs of Rashford needed to come on like ASAP. But then he waited until 96, 97. Bring those 2 players on 2 minutes. It's not gonna help you, bro. You already conceded. It's not gonna help.
But again, there you see the point of the manager's subs. It shows the difference. Scaloni's been here, done it at this level. He's got the World Cup to show it. You know what I mean? Tuchel's obviously, Copa Americas. Tuchel obviously is used to the club
element of things.
Club element of things. It just, I don't know, that's where the difference was in the substitutions. Every single one of Scaloni's subs made a difference. He brought on Montiel to hold the width for Argentina, and he was delivering balls in. He's brought on Gonzalez. Gonzalez had 2 chances where arguably he could have scored. Do you know what I mean? He's brought on Martinez, who scored the goal.
I think it's in Argentina
it's
went to like a back 3.
Yeah.
Also, when
he brought on
when they
Otamendi.
took off Tagliafico.
Yeah. He had Gonzalez holding the width there and Montiel holding the width that side, and then he just had Martinez, Alvarez, Messi, McAllister, Enzo, just in the mix. Do what you want to do, bro. You know what I mean? Let's get a goal.
When I saw that sub, that's when I was like, okay, bro, you got to counter this in some way. There's like Dan Burn, Nick O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Sure, but you can't let, now you can see, Kane looked
knackered, bro.
Tired. He looked tired. Morgan Rogers looked tired.
Although he did well to get the assist for Gordon as well.
It was a good ball.
But those are some of the players I want to pick up for England. I thought Jude Bellingham was immense. He was good.
Great tournament.
Yeah. Jed Spence in that game.
Yeah.
Jed Spence.
Who did he tackle there?
Giuliano Simeone.
to start ahead of Nico O'Reilly, who has had a great tournament, and put in a performance like that is fantastic.
But yeah, gents, if we go now that we know what the final is, Argentina against Spain, Argentina back-to-back World Cup finals. What are you saying? Can they win it again? Can they do it again?
They can. Of course they can. They've showed throughout the knockouts that they can do it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. When you've got Messi on the pitch, James, I don't think it's ever done, if I'm being completely honest with you. Yes, of course they can. I don't think they will. Just because maybe there's a bit of bias in there. But they're playing against the team I support in Spain. Yeah, you know, I do think Spain will have a little bit too much for them because the way Argentina go and do things, the way they go and win these games late, there comes a stage in the game where they just assert dominance on the team and they just have the team pinned back in. Spain, I don't think that's going to happen. They keep the ball too well for that. You know, I also think Kubaris has been ridiculous this World Cup. I think he's been the best centre back this World Cup.
For me, it was either him or Upamecano. But
Upamecano was good.
Now he's got to the finals.
Well, they can both be in the team of the tournament, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's obviously, unless some magic from Messi's left foot or something, or right foot, you saw it comes, I don't really see where Argentina are going to get at Spain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It feels like you say, Argentina's timing of when they do things and when they are sitting dominant. Spain are in control of the game the whole time. It feels like we're not Argentina going to have that.
How are you going to do that? And yes, there will be stages because that's how football goes. There's always swings of momentum. But I don't think it's going to be longer than 15 minutes in total of the game where Argentina are on Spain. You know what I mean?
Honestly, since Argentina's pressing is fantastic.
So is Spain's though.
But what I want to counter that is, Spain in possession is unstoppable.
Bro.
Like, I don't think their pressing will work against Spain like it works against England, like it was working against Egypt, like it was working against every team they've played. And they've kind of left every game till late. Whereas Spain is just
in control.
You get your goal in the first half, you get your goal in the second half, game's done. Sure. Move on.
For sure.
And then I also feel like if Spain play like they played against France, they win. But like if both teams have the same game that they've had in the semi-final, I don't see Argentina winning. Just because I think they need to step it up a lot more. Because England was in control of that match up until they scored that goal. I saw a stat saying they only had 12% possession after they scored that goal.
It's
12%. Whereas
you could see a switch turn in that game. You could see it. But yeah, like just to touch on the France and Spain game as well. People always talk about how all these names, the Mbappes and Dembélés and all these names, were France's superpower, their attacking threat and stuff. Argentina's superpower is what? Messi and their dogged approach to games. I think, people don't talk enough about how Spain's superpower is them keeping the ball and having the ball, and you know what I mean?
It's being able to
they also just they tire you out, bro. Bring it that side, then bring it this side, then and they pass it to you. Like you're just constantly thinking it's going to weigh you out eventually. I think that's what Spain's superpower is, and I think it's going to come to the fore again in this game. It's a dream final for me personally.
I can imagine.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's sitting on the fence a little bit.
It's two teams, man.
Two teams,
just wait, I'm still explaining my head.
What 2 teams?
I'm still explaining. It is crazy. And they're both in the final. No, but listen. That's what I was about to say. It's a case of, I don't really mind who does. Yes, I think I'm a little bit more hurt if Argentina win over Spain. But then again, it's still, I'm happy that Messi's taken it, sort of thing, you know what I mean? But if Spain go and win it, I think it's jubilation station for one, because Spain have won. Also, it's not the end of the world if Messi does it. He's got it already. He's done it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's my point from earlier. Like, I'm happy if Messi wins it. I'm not happy if the rest of it. I'm not happy if the rest of it.
Must we still do thing?
We can.
Like
bombs and
bombs and that
bombs and play, sure. And
like
now obviously player of the tournament is going to change, golden boot winner is going to change.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Jen, so let's get straight into let's go. I'm going to start this week with going, who are we saying are the bums? So you can give me a player and a team. If you got both, if you only have one, give us that one. Raf,
Second
who
last.
Who we saying? Yeah.
Bum of the week player. I'm gonna go Luca Digne, left back for France. I thought he had a stinker. And also, he's made the error that caused Spain going ahead. And I don't know, that set the direction for the rest of the game. So Luca Digne, bum player, bum team, France. Because, I don't know, they just didn't feel like their big names came to the fore for me. So that's what
you, Josh?
Oh, I gotta say Digne, bro. I also put out a thing on Instagram, watching this guy's like torture. Because
I saw that.
But then I could also say Olise. Just to kind of be like, to have a different answer, I'm going to say Olise, just because you expect so much more for someone who was contending for the Ballon d'Or this season. Because I do feel had France got to the final and won, it'd probably be very, very, very close. And my bum team, I'm going to go England. Just because you had it in your hands, you had it in your hands, then your manager screwed you over. So hard.
For me, for me, I'm going Luca Digne, bum player of the week. I've already said why, and I'm going England bum team of the week just because. Again, like Josh said, they had it in their hands, bro. And
in your hands, bro.
I think we all chucked England out, to be honest.
I mean, I would have been more chucked if Argentina.
Yeah, exactly. I would have been more chucked, bro.
Chucked in the
These guys are haters.
As long as
we're just Argentina haters. We're not Messi haters. We're Argentina haters.
That's what it is. But thank you so much. Oh, must we do the player, top player, no? Or player of the week? Who are you saying is your top player of the week? Player of the week for you guys.
Player of the week. Okay, let's start with Josh. Player. I'm joking. My player of the week is Rodri. Yes, my player of the week is Rodri as well, man. Rodri was Rodri. And then team, it has to be Argentina. The way they've pulled it out of nothing against England. For me, Argentina has to be the team of the semi-final.
I'm so surprised this guy said Messi. You didn't say Messi. That's crazy, but you didn't say Messi. I'm gonna say Rodri. I'm gonna say Argentina just because. Nah, I'm actually not gonna say Argentina. I'm gonna say Spain. I'm gonna say Spain.
Now for me, I'm gonna go player of the week. I'm gonna go with Zaba and Spain. Team of the week, Zaba and Spain, I think. Because they beat the team that is probably the team to beat in the World Cup. So I think that's why it has to go to Spain. I think say for me.
Argentina should have been out long ago. Yes.
Who are we now saying? Because France, I don't know, all of us have been saying Mbappe, I guess, or like French players in the top. Who are we saying is going to be the player of the tournament now? Because it usually goes to the player that is in the final, right?
Yeah, usually
Messi.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it has to be, but
it has to be.
Okay,
so you're saying even if they lose, he's still gonna get it, eh? You'll still get
Okay, no.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. So you're saying Argentina's gonna win?
Good question.
Wait, okay, let's say. So, right now, Messi's top goal scorer and second most assists, right? Which means he's got the most goals and assists. If Argentina win, it's gonna be him, right? If Argentina lose, and maybe I'd say probably Rodri, or like either it's probably gonna be Rodri. I would kind of honestly in a hypothetical world, I would hope like France England is not like a silly game.
It's going to be. I really saw the way Trisha was speaking yesterday.
What is he saying?
No one really wants to play this game.
But Mbappe does.
It's true.
Mbappe can get top goal scorer. Mbappe can get the World Cup record. That guy probably wants to play this game.
If I'm France, I'm also saying I'm going. I want to go and smack them up as well.
As much as it can be Messi, I do reckon if that guy does break that record, most World Cup goals of all time and gets top goal scorer, he should also kind of be in contention. I know as much as they're not getting to the final,
Let's try though.
it's still an insane achievement. Top goal scorer, and now you're broken
Most goals ever.
most
The World
goals
Cup,
ever.
yeah.
But yeah, Messi. If Argentina wins, has to be Messi. I still reckon there's a chance he gets it, even if they lose.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same side as Josh. I think probably if Argentina win, obviously it's going to go to Messi. If Argentina lose, I think it's probably going to go to Messi as well. Because even in 2014, he lost the World Cup final, and he still got the player of the tournament. You know what I mean? So it's not like something that's like outlandish or whatever. You know. So I think either way, it's probably going to go to Messi. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling on player of the tournament and that type of thing. You know,
Just because he's just been carrying.
no, yeah, he's
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
For me, who deserves to get it is Messi. For me, he deserves to get it just because that guy, he's got a goal and won every single one of their games.
Yeah.
Every single one of their
In
games.
the past 2 games, he didn't score, but he got 2 assists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so for me, if we're going to go play the tournament, it's going Messi. Although if they lose, I think there's a chance they give it to Rodri for Spain. So if Spain win, I think Rodri could get it. Just going prediction-wise, I think Spain are going to win 2-1. 2-1 Spain.
Josh, what do you say?
I don't think they concede, but I think it's going to be 1-0.
1-0?
1-0 Spain.
1-0 Spain.
I really think. I also want to really say that they're not going to concede, but I do think Argentina will probably get 1 goal. And but it's boring because now my answer going to be exactly the same. But I'll go different. I'll go 2-0 to Spain. I'll go 2-0 to Spain.
I reckon Yamal has a fantastic game.
You think so? Eh?
Yeah, I reckon this is the game where he actually pulls up and says, "Hey, me, I'm here."
Yeah.
Nah, I think Yamal's going to do nix. To be honest with you, I don't think he's going to be the one. I think it's going to be Tharbal in that game. To be honest with you, and then it's all
All right, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, stick with us for the last game of the World Cup, being the final. Obviously, we've really enjoyed doing this. So, yeah, one more time, one more week, one more game, huh? One more week, one more game.
Spain's going to add another story.
Yeah, that's what we all need.
That's what we want, bro.
We all want
That's
Spain
what we want.
We all want Spain too. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Keep tuning in. We've got one more episode. One more episode, which is obviously going to be the final.
Yeah, stick with us, man.
Stick with us for that one. And then obviously share it, like it. Do the things for us, guys, please. Thank you.
Vamos España.
Thank you so much.
Vamos.